Sky Germany reports that there are 6 players, Gab, who Bayern are willing to shift at the right price.
Yeah, so some of these you can kind of see. I mean, Mazraoui, I guess, with Sacha Boy coming in. He was a free transfer. You can raise some money quickly there. Gnabry, unless Kompany really loves him. I've seen enough of Gnabry, time to move on. Coman, I think there's injuries and there's contractual issues there as well. Kimmich has a year left on his contract, so it sounds like exactly the kind of message I send out while I try to negotiate for him.
Yeah.
I am a little surprised about Goretzka because I would have thought he would be a Vincent Kompany type
me too.
player. And Matthijs de Ligt really surprised me.
Me too.
Like why him? If he said Upamecano because he hasn't been playing well, fine. But de Ligt, really?
I know.
So we'll see. I don't know that you're going to get. I mean, Kimmich obviously will have a market because he's got a year left, but I think the club would want him to stay. The others, I don't know. I don't know what market that these guys really have. Mazraoui maybe, although he's a free transfer, he's probably on bigger wages. I don't know. 55,000. That's right, 55,000 people showed up at Fluminense for Thiago Silva's unveiling. Jules, they love him as much as we do. And bonus question. Is this going to be more than the people who show up for Kylian Mbappe's presentation at Real Madrid?
No. The answer is no, because the Bernabeu will be full when Kylian is presented, so that would be 90,000 more. But this was still very beautiful. They had like a lighting show as well. The atmosphere was incredible for the return of the prodigal son, of course, after what had just been more than 20 years after he left Fluminense to come to Europe, to go to Russia first, and then have the career that he's had in Europe. Now he's back. It's a wonderful story. I just love those where you go back where he all started and in a way where he belongs. That was always his plan, always his aim. Even when he was at Milan or PSG, he always thought he would love to finish his career at Fluminense. That's it. He's back. They're a really good team as well. You saw the embrace with Marcelo, which was lovely. I think it's wonderful that he's going back.
You know what's amazing is 7-1 was 10 years ago. Yeah. And he was already like a veteran leader then.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, incredible. Liverpool co-owner Tom Werner, no relation to Timo obviously, but says he's determined, Gab, to stage Premier League games abroad. This is not going away.
No, and I think he may go away, though, before it happens. Like he was speaking to the Financial Times. He says, I'm determined to have a game played in New York. I'm like, why not Boston, dude? Like,
Philadelphia.
Whatever.
I would love that.
I says, I think this is crazy. He calls it a crazy idea, not me. He says, what if we had a day where, you play one game in Tokyo, one game a few hours later in LA, one game a few hours later in Rio, one game a few hours later in Riyadh, and make it sort of a day where the Premier League is celebrated.
Wow.
It's a neat idea. Yeah. I actually thought years ago for the Olympics, okay, obviously not, because Paris is special. But you know what? I hate, what if you had this, you just had, having it all in one place, just had the events all over the world, then you could have a 24-hour thing, and then maybe you wouldn't have to build all these stupid venues that you're never going to use again.
You have one flame though, one Olympic. Well, how would you split the flame? And you have
use that flame to light a bunch of different flames and send them around the world. I don't know. Look, if you want to do, like, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I think it is so out of step right now with his supporters, with most supporters in England. Most people wouldn't want this. Maybe one day it'll change, but I still think the reality is most clubs make most money from domestic fans. All the talk is sponsorship, this and that. Oh, look, the Premier League's massive in the US. Yeah, it's massive, but then it's like a rounding error because you're up against cartoons on Sunday morning, right? I mean, and political talk shows that nobody watches. So I think there's going to be a ways to go where I think that can even really be considered, really be a reality.